we had protesters and counter-protesters that showed up yesterday. This is the very challenge that confronted the mayor and his police officials and fire officials, the National Guard officials that were called out in advance. These were people who showed up intentionally looking for trouble. These weren't people that showed up to protest a statue. I'm sure there were good people in the group that had various opinions on the removal or maintenance of the statue. But what they found when they showed up were groups from outside that showed up on both sides, looking for trouble, dressed in riot gear, prepared for violence. It's not tolerated. It's not tolerable. I think what you saw is Republican unity in terms of denouncing it, and I think you saw the president stand up very clearly and not only denounce it, but rise to a presidential level of calling for a counter message of love and dignity and respect for fellow human beings.
How many people did the counter-protesters kill yesterday, Mr. Bossert?
Well, I'll tell you, one death is too many, Jake. And,
but that wasn't by the counter-protesters. The victim was a counter-protester. The victim was a counter-protester. Hold on one moment, Jake. I don't for 1 minute, I don't for one moment, and I won't allow you for 1 second to put me in a position of being an apologist for somebody who is now a charged murderer. This individual should face swift justice. The President of the United States shares that view. I know he does. I share that view deeply, and I don't want to be put in a position, I won't allow you to put me or him in a position of not finding that justice as swiftly as possible. You just decried both sides.
Probably for a moment.
You just decried both sides. Here we have a situation, Mr. Bossert, where neo-Nazis, the Klan, alt-right, and others went to Charlottesville, Virginia, chanting anti-Semitic, anti-African-American, and other racist slogans, provoking the people of Charlottesville, Virginia, making them feel intimidated. Yes, violence did break out. One person was killed by one of these alt-right Klan Nazi protesters, and you just decried both sides of this, and this is the issue.
No, I didn't, and you're making this issue a little bit distorted. So what I would decry is the individual that committed murder yesterday. What I would do, though, is quibble with this notion that any of this is acceptable. These groups showed up spewing hate. These groups showed up looking for violence.